Okay, well, today's video is about this guy, the Minolta 58mm 1.4, now mounted on the Fuji X-T1. Now, I have used this previously on the Sony A6000 and I was really impressed by it. Now got a mount to adapt it to the Fuji X series. I've been trying it out on the X-T1, which I've recently, if you've been following, decided to start switching over to Fuji, and I absolutely love this lens. Now, Fuji make a 56 1.2, this is a 58 1.4. Slightly more light through the 56. 1.4 is more than fast enough, really. I like the 58, 56, 58 is close enough, but I prefer that, say, to the 50, because you get just that little bit more compression, separation. It's fantastic. On here, it's actually even easier to focus than on the A6000. In fact, I'm finding it so easy using these manual lenses on here that I'm really dithering about the 23 and the 56 that I was planning to buy. I do like this. Obviously, for portraits, this is amazing. It does give a sort of a dreamy, more how can I put it, more older character to the images. It's not as sharp as the 56. For portraits, that's what I would want, really. I think the newest lenses often are just too clinically sharp anyway, and we have to deal with that in post-processing. So this is more than sharp enough from a technical point of view, but it's not as sharp as the latest lenses, of course, this being 40, in fact almost 50-year-old design. But you can get these, they were so well made. This one is mint, this came from Japan. And for portraits, I find the way that it renders images, the way that it renders skin tones is second to none. It is amazing. So I'm hesitant to go for the 56 now, because I may find that I'll buy the 56 and end up using this. I'm more inclined to actually build up a collection of older lenses around this focal length that all have different characteristics. So I'm not really sure, but as I said, I'm finding the manual focusing on this so easy that I'm now wondering, do I want the 23mm 1.4 or should I go for the Samyang 21mm 1.4? Because I'm actually enjoying photography almost the same as when I first started all those years ago, with a manual camera and a manual lens. In my case, it was a Zenith E. It's a doddle to focus. The images that this lens renders are amazing. The contrast on this lens is quite low, but that's not a problem with digital. You can soon adjust that. So off camera they are quite low in contrast, but the effects, the way that it renders images is very, very good. I really, really like it. It's definitely worth looking around for one. I believe that they do make a 58 1.2 as well, but that's significantly more expensive. I can't comment on any difference in image quality from that one because I haven't used it, but for what I paid for this, for what you can get it for, this is brilliant. And on the Fuji X-T1, X-T2, this will be such an amazing portrait lens. It is absolutely amazing. And the 58mm is perfect. 50 left me just that little bit, wanting a little bit more of a tighter field of view. which would mean I'd be thinking, do I want a 50 and an 85? But then the 85 on a crop frame sensor is just a bit too much for what I would want. Although I must admit my absolute favourite is 85 on a full frame sensor. That's about the only instance where I really prefer the full frame sensor, is to be able to use an 85 with a full frame sensor. All the other reasons really don't apply anymore, not where I'm concerned. Low light capability, everything, image quality is more than enough. In fact, I'm going the other way, where I'm leaning more towards character than absolutes, more towards the feel of the photograph rather than the technical appraisal under the microscope. So that's been a big change in my view of photography. Obviously, if you are doing something that requires your image to be technically perfect, advertising or product, then you wouldn't be using this anyway. You would be using a medium format camera to get the ultimate 100 megapixel image, but that's not what I do, so that's not what I need, it's not what I want. So anyway, if you've got one of these cameras, I'll definitely keep your eyes open for one of these lenses. Minolta 58 1.4. I'm waiting for the Helios 58 to arrive. That won't come anywhere near this, but it does have its own unique character with the swirling background with the bokeh. But that wouldn't be a lens I'd use a lot, but for the cost, it's worth it because these old lenses all have character. That's it for today, and I'll be back with another lens soon. Bye.